Hello everyone, my name is Casual Prince or Sham here, and welcome back to the second of my Primeval Unreal Engine 4 development log video thing. Yes. I'm making this because I've been busy doing this. That I don't know what I'm saying. I honestly don't. The Anomaly Timer that I said was probably going to be the second episode is not done yet. I haven't modeled it yet. I have started modeling it, but I haven't finished. But I have been busy with the anomalies themselves. And I say anomalies because I've made several different versions now. And I'm going to show you them. So, we have this one right here. This is version 1. The sphere thing that you're seeing here, that wasn't there in the last video. That's something I was experimenting to see if I could do a locking animation. There we go. So this version 1, this is the one I showed you last time. And this one right here, it's kind of hard to maneuver and not show you any future ones. This is version 2. This was sort of my attempt at refining it to look a little bit more like the season 3 ones, because as I said in the last video, I've been binge watching Primeval recently, and there was a shot in one of the episodes. I'm gonna cancel that because it's gonna make it lag. There was a shot in one of the episodes where you see an anomaly forming, and it formed sort of like gradually, like the shards first and then the light, and it sort of gave me an idea of how to do it. But I don't really like this design. It just doesn't really look that good. So that's sort of version 2. I experimented with versions, but this right here, this is my attempt at creating the look of a locked anomaly. So with all the shards contained within like a refraction-y sphere. It doesn't look exactly the same, but once again, you know, I'm not looking for it to look exactly the same. I think it looks alright. And bear in mind, this isn't edited, so this isn't... I'll press play in a minute and have a look at all of these, and the shards will be spinning slowly. Obviously, you can't really see the animations from here. So that's the locked anomaly, and hopefully at some point I'll be able to figure out a way to turn this into this seamlessly, like in an actual animation, because those are two different things. This is a separate blueprint to that, so there's no turning that into this, like, yet, because this is separate. And then we get onto this one. Now, this was version 3, and this was sort of my attempt at, trying to recreate the look of the anomalies from Primeval New World, because the ones from New World look a lot different than, like, any of the other versions from the original show. And the ones in New World, I'll pull up a picture right now. They're basically, instead of like a small amount of light in the middle and a bunch of a small amount of large shards, the New World ones are more a large amount of light and a large amount of small shards. Obviously, it doesn't look that good without the animation, and it really doesn't look that good anyway. Now, I was wondering why this didn't look that good, and that's because I didn't do the same thing that I've been doing for these 3, which is duplicate it's something I talked about last time. You can see the shards here, they've only got the refraction material on, but they don't have the chrome one on, which these do. So I needed to duplicate all the shards and put a chrome material on the duplicates. And that left me with this, which is version 3.5, which I think looks a lot better. Yeah, Frank, I think this looks really good. And it looks even better with the animation, actually playing. So I have to make it, I pretty much just made this, but after version 3, I made this, which is version 4, which is me continuing to try and make the new world anomalies. And again, I don't know why, but I made the same mistake with not duplicating the shards and putting the chrome texture on, the chrome material, sorry, as well as the refraction material. So that was, I made that mistake again, and you can see some shards over there, and of course, I just amended it to give version 4.5. Now, I am really, really liking this one. I think, in terms of, duplicating the look, I think version 4.5 is the closest I've come to replicating the look of an anomaly from one of the series, and I think it looks the most like the New World Anomaly out of all of these. And yeah, I'm really impressed with how this one looks. Now, I'm going to press play, and hopefully it'll actually not lag out and you'll be able to see it, because it lagged out last time and I like had to re-record certain parts. One thing I have actually fixed as well is the closing animation, because as we saw in the last video, the closing animation, it worked, but the anomaly shrunk down into the floor rather than into the middle as it should, and that was due to the pivot point. Now, originally I thought that was to do with the shards, which I've exported from Maya. As you can see, version 3 has the pivot point down here. Version 2 has the pivot point in the middle. It was actually due to the blueprint, so it was very easily fixable. Version 2 is the only one I have the 10-second closing animation on. This one still has it. Actually, I think all of them still have it, actually. No. I think I got, no. Yeah, no, I think I got rid of it for, these ones. But I'll probably implement it onto them later. But, these two still have the closing animation, and it's fixed now, so I'll get to show you guys. So now, see, it grows and shrinks, and grows and shrinks, and then it grows, and then jump. See, that looks better. Looks much better. So, like I said, we got the original one. It's still here. It still looks pretty good. I am happy with this one, and you can see it's changed now, and the shards have shrinked. That's a bit. Ooh. That looks cool. This was my attempt at creating a locking animation. As you can see, it's not really done yet, but hopefully some point I'll be able to fix it. Here's the locked anomaly. Looks pretty good. Shards are slowly spinning inside. Yeah, I'd say it looks pretty good. Here's version 3. Oh, bloody hell, I got too close. Here we go. I can't really go too close. It's the same thing that happens with version 1, happens with this one too. You can see the shard spinning here, looks pretty good. But you'll agree that it looks much better with this one, version 3.5. The animation stops occasionally. That's something I do need to fix. I'm not entirely sure how to fix that yet, but I've got a few ideas. Because the animation shouldn't stop. I knew that it was going to stop, but, you know, I need to make it so that it doesn't. So this looks cool. And then this version 4, which looks alright, but then you know, it doesn't look that good because you can barely see the shards. And then we get this version 4.5, which looks really, really nice. If I can get it so that it's still a little big. These two, I need to make that point. These two are a little big. I might need to, like, lower the scale down a bit. Because the thing about the New World ones is they were actually, like, naturally bigger. The Season 1 and 2 ones were quite small. And the New World ones were, like, much bigger. But still, I think I probably ought to, scale it down a bit. Let's see if I can just quickly do it now. See how it looks. See, that's too small. Maybe try 0.4. Yeah, I'd say that looks alright. But I don't know if it sort of loses its grandeur a bit if you make it smaller. Yeah, okay, I'd say it definitely looks better like this. Yeah. So this is the little update. This is part 2. Not much to talk about because it's literally just been me experimenting with anomalies, different versions, different techniques, trying to make them look good. I think what I want to do is, like, these New World ones look cool. If I can get the animation down, then that'll be cool. Just like down here, I love all the shards just like crashing into each other. And if I can get the animations to never stop, that'd be very good, very good. Also, the closing animations, because if we're going off that this is a New World anomaly and not an actual, like, original series anomaly, then the closing animation will be different. Because New World anomalies, there's only one instance in the entirety of the show where they actually sort of had a proper closing animation, and that was in the first episode when the core, the light sort of began flashing and becoming like really faint, and then it closed. But all the other times when the anomaly closed, it literally just shrunk out of existence in an instant. There was no growing and... Whoa. Okay. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that these ones still had the closing animation, but seemingly they do. I was like, wait a minute, is that getting bigger? And then I was like, wait a minute, the closing animation's playing. But they don't do that. They don't grow and shrink. They just shrink in like a millisecond. Not a millisecond, but like they shrink in a single second. Not even a second, like half a second. So that's I could probably do that actually real quick and show you guys. Yeah, because it's got yeah, it's got the timeline. Right. Okay, let me just grab this. I just want to check. If I edit this here, so if I do that, is that gonna change this one? No, it isn't. Okay, we're fine then. Yeah, I can do this very easily then. Okay, so we'll put it at 0.5. That's fine. Time 0.5. Value 0. And we'll just get rid of these ones. There we go. Okay. So I'll disconnect Anomaly Time. I went over this in the last video, so you guys should know what I'm talking about. Place with 10, there we go. So in 10 seconds, this should just shrink out of existence, just like the New World ones. Any minute now. There we go. Now that didn't seem quick enough. That didn't seem like... Okay, we're gonna go 0.25. I want to try to get this right. Because if I can get it right, then it'll look exactly like it should. So in 10 seconds again. Anytime now, and... See, there we go. That's how it should be. And if I could get some sort of noise, if I could get the closing noise of the New World Anomalies, and play it when this happens, it'd make it a lot better. See, yeah, that's exactly how it should be. It literally just closes just like that. There's no build up, there's no indication that it's about to close. It just closes. Now I don't know if that's a bit of a problem for me, because for creating this game, because, you know, the reason I'm creating this is in the hopes of one day making a Primeval game with Anomalies in. Primeval New World Anomalies, it's not a good one to have, because I want the players, I want an experience, because the whole reason of me creating this is because I want an experience where, like, the player is rushing through, like, from a prehistoric era to try and get back through the anomaly before it closes. That's the core point of what I want this game to be. I want the players to always be on edge. Like I said, the Anomaly Timer is going to be like a key piece of gear that the player will have with them, so it's not just guesswork, because I told you guys in the last video, it can be anywhere from 1 minute to half an hour, and I don't want them to be overly cautious. Like, I want them to have some sort of I might actually change that. I might change Anomaly Time to be at least 5 minutes, instead of 1 minute, because you can't really do anything with a 1 minute anomaly. At least if a creature comes through an anomaly, which I do plan to implement. I do plan to implement random incursions with creatures from the era that the anomaly leads to. At least if it's 5 minutes, the player's got some sort of chance to get the creature back through before it closes. And I can think of a bunch of ways that they could do that. There is the simple way of getting the NPC to chase them through the anomaly, and then just, like, it'd be risky, because it'd be like having the creature chase them through the anomaly, but doing it so that they've got just enough time to make it back to their time and the creature doesn't. I'm just spewing out ideas here. People who watch Primeval will be aware of the EMDs, the electromagnetic discouragement weapons, I'm pretty sure they're called. and they're used to sort of stun creatures and knock them out. So I was thinking maybe there could be like, instead of knocking them out in the game, the EMDs could have an effect on a creature's stamina meter, or aggressiveness meter. Say there's for example, say there's a raptor chasing you. If you shoot it enough times with the EMD, then the raptor is basically going to get, like, it's going to get scared and it's going to run back through the anomaly, basically. That's what I'm thinking. But the thing is, I want there to be some sort of indication that the anomaly is going to close apart from the anomaly timer. Because the animation that plays over there, I'm trying to get both version 2 and version 4. See, that just closes, whereas this, there's a solid, like, it's 5 seconds. The amount of time that they have is, it's not even 5 seconds, it's like, it's 6 seconds, well, 5.5, basically. I think because the way them going through the anomaly is going to work, because obviously I haven't set up having the anomalies be enterable yet. I've only really got it so that, you know, they exist, they're there, and then they close. Once, well, you know, once they are enterable, I'll not only scale, like, the mesh itself down, I'll scale the box. I think the collision box that I'll have for them entering the anomaly will be a sphere right around the middle, so that when they touch that, they're teleported to the anomaly that it links to. So, yeah, I think that would work. But like I said, I want there to be some sort of indication that an anomaly is going to close. Once they see it closing, you know that they're going to want to sprint with all their speed towards that anomaly and trying to get to it before it closes. Because I'm pretty sure I mentioned in the last video what I wanted the game to be. I want it to be sort of 2 games in 1. Because in the present day, there's going to be multiple different world spaces. There'll be the present day in, like, which has the Ark and a city, and in that city anomalies will randomly open, and they're going to have to, you know, go and deal with them. Now, if and when they end up on the other side of an anomaly and the anomaly closes, it becomes a survival game, because, you know, you're gonna have to survive in a prehistoric era. Now, I think I'll make it so that, like, if an anomaly in that era closes, and, you know, the player is on the other side when it happens, I think I'll have it so that every day there's like a 0.3% chance, like there's a 1 in 3 chance that the anomaly will open back up again. So, like 24 in-game hours after the anomaly closes, there'll be a 1 in 3 chance that it reopens and the player can go home. So, like, if they get trapped there, I'll have a box come up that says, you know, you are now trapped in a prehistoric era. Every 24 hours, there's a 1 in 3 chance the anomaly you just missed will reopen. Until that point, you're going to have to gather resources and survive until the anomaly reopens, and yada yada yada. So, every 24 hours, there'll be a 1 in 3 chance that the anomaly reopens and the player can go home. And obviously that's chance, and the player can choose to stay there, you know. The player can choose to stay there and explore and hunt creatures and stuff. So, you know, anything can happen. And like I just said, it's chance. So the player could be really lucky, and the anomaly could open the next day from when they were stuck. Or the player could be really unnaturally unlucky, and it could be an entire in-game week until the anomaly reopens. And that's gonna be amazing. I genuinely can't wait to keep working on this and integrate all of these features. It's ambitious, and like I said, I'm still not even clear on the laws about making this, so it might not even be able to be sold. But even if I just make it and just play it with my friends, it'll be worth it, and make videos on it for you guys, it'll be worth it, because this is the primeval game that should have been made all these years ago. And frankly, back in those days, a game like that wouldn't have been made. Because back in like the mid 2000s, like the early 2010s, those games just they weren't a thing. And obviously indie development has become more and more, you know, prominent nowadays. So yeah, this has been part 2. I hope you've enjoyed, and if I'm sure eventually, like the first video is done alright. It's got like 60, 70 odd views, which is pretty good, and I'm sure at some point there'll be people who have both watched Primeval and or know about the Unreal Engine. So, if you watching have got any suggestions over how I can make these anomalies look better, and what I could do to just improve them in general, then leave a comment down below and I'll have a look at it. Hopefully the next update video will be the Anomaly Timer. All I need to do is model that, texture it, slap it into Unreal, and try to display the anomaly time variable on it. Once I figure out how to retrieve the variable from the anomalies from the anomaly itself, it shouldn't be hard to do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and I will see you on another video very, very soon. Goodbye, everyone.